Texas House Bill 1925 was signed by Governor Abbott in the state of Texas a couple years ago. It made being homeless in any town or city in Texas illegal. You cannot camp, you cannot cook, you cannot store your belongings, you can't just be sitting around with your stuff, even looking like you're homeless in a major city. So, like, a lot of people that, like, listen to Joe Rogan are like, yeah, the governor really has done something great, and we've got rid of the homeless people. Well, yeah, because he made it illegal. And really what that did with the homeless people down there in Austin, it pushed them off into the bushes, right? Which made it even more dangerous for, like, women and things. Because now out of sight is out of mind. But really, this Texas House bill made it punishable but up to a $500 fine and a Class C misdemeanor. And if you have no money, then you're not going to be able to pay this fucking fine, right? The fine, you're being fined for being homeless. And so what a cop is actually supposed to do is they're supposed to redirect you to a shelter. And if you know anything about homelessness, you know a lot of these shelters are full, right? So if it's like 10 o'clock at night, the shelters open their door like at 6 in the evening or whenever, and they, you can come in, you can sleep, and then they kind of kick you out first thing in the morning. I know this, like I said, because I was homeless before. I've been in this system before. And so what a police officer is supposed to do, they're supposed to redirect you to a shelter. If these shelters are full, every city in town in the state of Texas, now listen to this, is supposed to have a designated camping area for the homeless community, right? So if you're homeless, a cop should be able to say, well, if you go down to hit this, you go down the road, wherever, there's a camping area where you can put up a tent and you can camp in that area, right? Now I'm going to ask all the people that are actually listening to this, where's that area in your town? Right? Where's this designated camping area in your town? Nobody fucking knows because nobody knows anything about this law. It actually, if a cop drives by a person that's camping and they're homeless and they don't address the issue, he could be screwing his department because by law, by this Texas House Bill 1925 says that if cities and towns do not have the option not to enforce this, and if they don't enforce it, they can lose their state funding from the government, right? So it's kind of like the cops' hands are really kind of tied. But I don't even think most cops know about this law. And I know most homeless people don't know about this law because I've asked homeless people before, do you know where our designated camping area is? Like, no, don't know nothing about that. It's because there's supposed to be one. As a matter of fact, whenever a person goes to this designated camping area for the first time, they're supposed to be able to be put in touch with somebody from mental health. There's this like list of people, and it's spelled out in Texas House Bill 1925 exactly what services are, like, who they're supposed to be contacting and checking in with whenever they go to a place like this. So listen, homelessness is something that I'm passionate about. We have to fight this fucking problem. And I was listening to Justice 23. He said that people would just trick off their life with money, and he's 100% right. The ancient proverb, it says, teach a man to fish, giving a man a fish, right? You don't want to just give a person a place to live. They have to have the income to support that. They have to have the resources to support that. They have to have the tools that they need. Like, this is why I got into social work. This topic right here, this is my 5-year goal, is to start a shelter with taking a holistic approach, like I said. But anyway, I encourage everybody to look at Texas House Bill 1925, write your local fucking representative and tell them we need to do away with this, because it should not be illegal for a person just to be living in poverty. We have to take another approach, and that ain't right.